About once a month, I get the dreaded kitchen sink letter. And people always say, Mike, what's the kitchen sink letter? Well, that's when you file a claim and the insurance company adjuster sends you a 3 or 4 page letter, and in it has all these requests for documents. It requests things like, where did you go to school in 5th grade? It doesn't exactly do that. What were your parents' maidens' name? Not necessarily, but it includes everything else that you could possibly think of in the policy. And the claim stops. The reason why the claim stops is because it takes you forever to get all these documents together. And some documents you just can't get together. But in the insurance company, that's their excuse for not working on your claim. And they put your claim aside and they do nothing. And so what do? You're not really sure.
Carriers do this sometimes to stall a claim and make it look like the delay is on the policyholder.
Yeah.
In reality, a lot of times they'll throw some hurdles in front of you while they're trying to do some stuff on the back end. And if you can't jump those hurdles, then they're going to use that as their basis for the denial. They'll say that it has been prejudiced against you. Without this information, we were not able to come to a real determination of your claim. And so the delay is your problem. So if they need to delay something for any reason, or they're trying to get it past the suit limitation period, they might give you these kind of hurdles to jump. There's also the possibility that they have requested a lot of this stuff because of a demand for an EUO or an evaluation under oath. They'll give you a whole bunch of stuff to produce for an evaluation under oath. And in those situations, you need to lawyer up. You need to get a lawyer that's going to go through all that, determine if any of it is unnecessary for the carrier to require, and then they need to say something about it being unnecessary. Public adjusters can't do that. That is acting as an attorney. You can be there, but you can't object to anything as a public adjuster for evaluation under oath. So for this kind of thing, when you get a request of all this kind of documentation, a lot of times it's a stall tactic, and it might be a good idea as a public adjuster to reach out to the carrier and say, listen, as long as it's not part of an EUO, reach out to the carrier and say, listen, you're asking us for a whole bunch of stuff. What is remaining for the rest of your investigation? Do you really need this in order to make a claims determination? We'll give you what you need, but it doesn't seem like a lot of this is necessary to make a claims determination. And ask them questions along those lines so that you don't have to produce so much just to get to the point where they say yes or no. Because all of this time that's being taken up, it's just delaying the ability for the policyholder to make repairs. That's not good for your client. What would you do if you got a letter like that? Do you do the same thing? If you do, or if you don't, if you have something different, put something in the comments. I'd like to see what other people do in this situation. I think that it's worth a phone call, though, to find out what's really going on.